Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime review. Welcome once again. I'm going to say this is a little bit of refreshing of a series just because of how unique it was in its own way. And now there is other series that are coming out or that are re-released light novel ways that are similar to this one, but compared to other Isekai animes, this is a lot unique compared to what we've seen so far. I think there's a series airing right now. I can't remember which one specifically, but there is a series right now airing that very similar to this one. But like I said, for its time, it being the first, it's bringing a new light to kind of it's really otherworld because it's not really easy kind. The person didn't really die, so I guess I should put it out like that. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love to my channel by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can also follow me on social media if you haven't done so by now. That would help tremendously. Also, if you want to further support my channel, you guys can check out my other reviews, first impression videos, which I had a lot a few weeks ago, which more should be coming here and there as I watch stuff come out. And if you want to follow more stuff or buy anime and and manga for a cheap price, you guys can always check the link in the description below as well. Okay, so this one is definitely a unique one, and again, the whole idea is the person that it's moving to the other world did not die. And because they didn't die, they're also able to travel from the real world, which is our world, to this Isekai world. Now, the anime that I'm talking about, I don't think I ever stated the name, is Saving 8,000 Gold in Another World. We follow the life of Yamano, and it's a young girl who she's gone through a lot. She lost her parents and her dear brother was very close to her. Let's call him by his first name, Takeshi. Takeshi is a reoccurring character. First, he reoccurs more than enough, and then he here and there appears in front of her, and but she still always remembers him. And essentially, it's his memory who she's seeing, and it's really her imagining what he would tell her in certain situations. Well, she ends up realizing that she can travel to this new world in the first episode, and just from there she meets a family, the von Bosses, von Bos. Anyways, they take her in through lies, and again she has to lie because she can't really explain what Japan is, right? So she's kind of tied to having to say she's from another world and etc etc. So they take her in. She eventually ends up in the capital where her friends are, and there she starts a grocery store or a convenience store. Her idea is to save enough gold coins in this world so she can take it to the other world and essentially live a good retired life, right? She doesn't want to worry about expenses. So, what she ends up doing in I want to say like the first third of the series is her introducing items from our world to that world. Stuff like instant food, stuff like lighters, simple stuff that we take for granted, and for them it's like, wow, we can buy cheap shampoo. And at first they're like, she must be a witch or she must be doing something illegal. She feeds them fish at one point and everyone's freaking out, and she's like, why is everyone freaking out? And he's like, you know how far away we're from the coast, right? It would take days, and by the time the fish gets here, it wouldn't be fresh anymore. Like, you're giving us fresh fish. So she, from her mistakes, which is a lot, learns to kind of tone it down. She eventually makes more friends. Sabine, who is the princess of the kingdom. She makes friends with her without, knowing it's the princess, and then they end up being good friends. In the real world, she makes friends with the Wolf Gang, which is a group of essentially hired militia, and that she starts hiring to do some of her jobs in the other world. And they're very good because as long as they're paid, they don't say a word to anyone. They're very much handy at the end of the series where a full-on war with another kingdom goes on. Essentially, it's just overpower, but they take control over monsters, and obviously the kingdom that she's in is gonna suffer great damages. So she hires the Wolf Gang, and they take care of the situation. It's pretty good two episodes that it lasts, and pretty good story. That in a nutshell is the anime, guys. It kind of have its own things. Like first, it's her installing the world or getting her store ready. And then secondly is her trying to maintain a running store. She does get bullied by some nobles, and eventually they find out that she's basically backed up by the king and the daughter of the king, which um, even to them that's it's a big deal, right? So it's very much that in the middle, and then the last part is really her trying to basically reinstate where she's going to be doing for Lush for Life, which it looks like she's able to make a lot of money at the end of the episode, or sorry, the series. Um, so yeah, I'm interested to see if there's a second season or if this is just the end of the story. So. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Again, the special thing about this series is the fact that she moves back and forth from the real world to the other world that we see her in. So great good story. I know that there were a few parts of the series that I really enjoyed, and it was funny overall. So if you're looking for something like that, go check it out. It is on Crunchyroll. I think both dubbed and subbed, so you guys can watch it dub if you want. Yeah, out of 10, I'll give this one a decent 6.5. I will recommend it for intermediate and on anime watchers. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so to this point, make sure you do subscribe. Thank you for the love and support. Make sure you're commenting, liking, and sharing. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.